What's up, MFFLs? Welcome into Dallas Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, and hey, more basketball tonight. I cannot wait for this matchup with the Utah Jazz. A little bit more on that later on in the video. But let's start today's show with Spencer Dinwiddie and his blazing start with the Dallas Mavericks. He's been absolutely sensational since coming over as a part of the Kristaps Porzingis trade. Some might call it the Spencer Dinwiddie trade, and by some I mean myself, because look at what he's been doing. 17.5 points, 5 dimes, 56% from the field, and over 41% from three, plus in his last 5 games averaging over 22 a game, coming off that 36-point masterpiece against Sacramento. He's been a perfect fit. I mean, what else can you say about him coming over? I mean, the best part about the Porzingis trade on paper was that you got out of his contract without giving up a first-round pick. But now you got this guy coming in here and playing like this. He's been your second best player since coming over. He looks rejuvenated. He looks healthy. He looks locked in. I think he's fired up playing for a winning team for the first time in a while, because even when Brooklyn, when he was playing with them, they weren't Brooklyn yet, right? They didn't have Durant and those boys yet, because the 1 year he overlapped with them, he only played in a handful of games before tearing that ACL this past season. So you kind of look at how he fits and what this closing lineup has been a lot of these nights, and now Luka Doncic didn't play in the last game. Brunson's going to miss tonight. Again, we'll talk about that later. But you got Dinwiddie and Luka and Brunson, kind of your 3-guard backcourt. Dorian Finney-Smith is stretch 4, and then Dwight Powell is your center. Now, against certain teams, it's going to be tough to do that, especially against teams with good size and really good elite players down low. But you could go Reggie Bullock instead of Dinwiddie or Brunson, depending on who's playing well that night. Hey, man, is it too early to say the Mavs won the Dinwiddie trade? And yes, it is the Dinwiddie trade. I don't know if it's too early to say that. Now, I will say Kristaps Porzingis finally played last night and had 25 points and 5 rebounds in 21 minutes. Good for him. I wish him nothing but the best. But the immediate impact that Spencer Dinwiddie has been able to make on this Mavericks basketball team it's been tremendous. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And I, for one, cannot wait to see how this thing continues to progress and how things continue to move forward for the Dallas Mavericks with Spencer Dinwiddie. And what I'm fascinated to see is, could Dinwiddie do enough to become a long-term starter? I don't know. I don't know if I'd mess with the starting 5 with Brunson and Luka, but I think that so far so good, and we should be fired up about how this is all playing out. So who won the KP trade? What do you guys think? Type DAL for the Mavericks, type WAS for the Washington Wizards. The early shakeout would say Dallas. Obviously, time will tell, but I'm going to type my DAL for the Mavs. Let's transition from that into kind of a larger spectrum storyline here. Is Luka Doncic the best player in the National Basketball Association? Chandler Parsons talked about that. We'll get to that story here in just a moment. But first, hey, St. Patrick's Day is almost here, and we got an awesome St. Patty's Mavs shirt available for you guys at chatsports.com/MavsGreen. Go check this out today. Dallas always has a fun St. Patty's Day parade. You're drinking beer, you're repping the Mavs. What else could you want? chatsports.com/MavsGreen. Pick one up. Link will be in the comments and in the description. Here's Chandler Parsons joining Colin Cowherd, talking about Luka Doncic. Colin Cowherd, by the way, producer Sam's favorite national commentator. Quote, "If I'm taking one player from now for the future, it's Luka Doncic. I think he's the best player in the NBA. What he's done at his age is incredible." Now, you look at his career stats, you're probably saying, is he the best in the NBA? Has he done this, done that? Well, through the first 3.5 seasons of his career, he's done stuff that pretty much no one's ever had done before. He's basically rivaled LeBron James' numbers through 4 seasons, 26 points, 8.5 boards, 8 assists, almost 46% from the floor. He's been incredible. Make no mistake about it. And what's amazing about Luka, even though he hasn't won a playoff series yet, his level of play elevates as the lights get brighter. 33.5 points in the playoffs, almost 9 rebounds, 9.5 assists, shooting 50% from the floor. He's a much better three-point shooter in the postseason as well, at least early on in his career. He's at least in the conversation for the best player in the NBA. Now, he's not going to win MVP this year, I don't think, because he got off to too slow of a start. Came into this season a little out of shape after playing in the Olympics for Slovenia. You want to know how good Luka Doncic is? He was a one stop away from taking Slovenia to the gold medal game. Are you kidding me? Like, that's how good this guy has been. More from Parsons on Doncic. When you see, and I never got a chance to play against him, but I've been around him. He's huge. Talking about his frame, and he can't be sped up. Whether you put a Beverly on him or a Kawhi Leonard, he does what he wants. He gets where he wants. He holds them off in the pick and roll. He's got the ISO step back three and is a willing passer. The Mavs have done a great job putting shooters and lob threats around him to make him that make him even better. Look, when Luka Doncic is on, when he's in the zone, like what we've seen in the playoffs, he's unstoppable. You can't guard him. I mean, Parsons just alluded to the Clippers guys. The Clippers have thrown so many guys at him, and they're equipped to stop good players or at least slow them down. Hasn't mattered. Kawhi on Luka in the playoffs, Luka bodies him. Paul George, he schools him as well. He got Pat Beverly thrown out of a rotation and traded that offseason. That's how much Luka bullied him in the playoffs last year. That's why we call him the Clippers' daddy here on Dallas Mavericks Today. The point being is he the best player in the NBA? I don't know. Is he in the conversation? I don't think there's any doubt about that. So we'll ask you, is Luka the best player in the NBA? You weigh in right now. Get involved in the show. Type 77 for yes. Just type in for no. It's in the conversation. I wouldn't argue if you typed 77. Make sure you guys subscribe to us here at Dallas Mavericks Today. We will continue to bring you the best Mavs news and rumors to you on 3, 4, 5 videos per week basis. We're growing here, so more videos to come. Subscribe. Hit that big red button right now. Okay, let's get ready for tonight's game and kind of the upcoming stretch here. Another good opportunity. You face Utah tonight. This could be a first-round playoff matchup. Utah just got Dallas out of the All-Star break in a tight one. Dallas gets another opportunity tonight. Good chance. And then after tonight, a couple of games you should win. You got the Knicks at home and then go down to Houston to play before 2 tough road tests against Boston and at Brooklyn as well. Tonight's game is huge. By the way, the Mavs, if they win tonight, are 2.5 games out of the 2 seed, I believe. So all of a sudden, Dallas is looming, lurking in the Western Conference standings because Golden State's fallen off. Memphis is playing well. Phoenix is going to win the West in the regular season. But 2 through 6 or so, it's very nip and tuck. And tonight, another big opportunity, kind of a swing game in the Western Conference as Dallas is closing in on Utah. Now, injury note for tonight. No Jalen Brunson, so that's a bummer. So Spencer Dinwiddie will start. Looks like Luka should be back. He is probable. That's what he's listed as. I had a little birdie tell me that that toe sprain was fabricated. The Mavs just wanted to give him a night off. Take that for what it's worth. I expect him to play tonight in what should be a playoff atmosphere against Utah. Okay, you look at the conference standings here, like I mentioned. I mean, you're right there. You win tonight. That's win number 40. Golden State only at 43 wins, so you're lurking on that front, hanging around. Denver's right on your tail as well at 38 and 26. So there's certainly a drop off after that, but 2 through 6 is within 4.5 games. There's still a lot of basketball to be played. Could get up to the 2 seed, but 4 through 6 still more likely. We'll see what ends up happening to Dallas. Where will the Mavs end up in the West? Type 4, Type 5, Type 6. That of course being the seeding. Hey, if you're feeling really positive, Type 2 or 3 as well. But like we said, 4 through 6 is most likely for Dallas. Big test tonight. We'll be watching it, and we'll probably break it down next time here on Dallas Mavericks Today.